So this next topic is pretty interesting because obviously we do have influx of more successful Black women who feel like they don't have as many, I guess, available options. So do you think Black women should consider dating outside their race more to find a significant other?
Brothers don't hate me for it, but absolutely. Yeah, I definitely think you have more options. So if we look at statistics and we say 1% of Black men make six figures or whatever number you're looking at, if I widen my pool and I take in Asian, white, now I have more options. So if you're stuck on it, if somebody tells me they're stuck on a dollar amount, I'm going to say we got to widen the pool. Now, if you say, I don't care about, it depends on what you're looking for. If you tell me I'm looking for these values, I can get that all day. If you want these character traits, I can get that all day. But if you're stuck on this dollar amount, you definitely need to broaden your horizon. Yeah. Okay.
So let me ask the ladies, have y'all ever felt the need to, like, you know what, I'm not finding the quality, the caliber of, Black men that I want. Maybe I should, broaden my horizons and date interracially? Have you ever thought? Has that ever crossed your mind?
Yeah, I date different types of people. I would say, whether it's a male or a female.
Okay.
So I don't care what your background is.
Okay.
I've never had that issue.
Okay.
But I do believe that people should expand their options.
Right.
I say this all the time to my female friends: a woman should always have options, and that's what you work for, options. And the best option you have is the ability to say no. So because you are where you are, you can say no. So I haven't had that problem, to be honest with you. I've been able to find men that share the values, who I feel I'm equally yoked with. And I also believe that you should open yourself up, like Shay said, because men are men.
Yep.
Yeah.
No matter I'm not how to men are men, and what's important is you have the same values.
Yep.
Yeah.
The values is important.
Yeah, and I think I want to tell you, Black women are the most loyal to Black men than I'm talking about any other race, any other ethnicity. Black women are loyal to Black men. So 9 times out of 10, my clients be like, I want a Black man. 9 times out of 10, I have to fight them to get them to try something else. But I only
is that I'm not doubting the loyalty, but is that just a factor of maybe they never thought that other ethnic groups of men would be into them because you know what I mean?
I think we love Black men. We just have a thing of when I close my eyes and think about my husband, it's a Black man. That's just how we've been programmed since we were little girls. This is my dream wedding. It's a brother,
Gotcha.
So I think it's deeper than that. That's my personal opinion. Ladies, like,
I find it easier for a white man to approach me than a Black.
They do it all the time.
I don't think that's.
I was gonna say, I feel like I get hit on more about white guys, but it depends on what environment you're in as well. Like, if you go to AC, all the white guys are just gonna.
Man, I got asked on a date, a dude in first class on the plane. Like, white men are bold. They go for what they want. Like, they'll just be like, you look good. Can I take you out?
Natural. Believe it or not, this might sound crazy to you. A white man would prefer you natural before a Black man.
No, that's
incorrect. That is incorrect.
We're not about to put women on a pedestal. We ain't about to do that.
You're wrong. Just because they want to touch your hair don't mean we don't love y'all. Just love y'all hair.
They would not have a problem with you walking down the street with them with your natural afro. I'm saying literally your natural features versus your significant other that's Black would question. You ain't gonna fix your hair.
You ain't gonna fix your hair.
Look,
you got the braids going back. When you gonna put your wig on? Like, where's your makeup?
I'm not saying every guy do that, but you have to be realistic and be like. It's a lot of they say they like natural.
You said one thing,
but they'll pay for a BBL.
Fix yourself up.
They say they like natural, but you would get the girl with the big booty Judy before the skinny girl without it walking. Like, realistically, it sounds nice to say that.
This is incorrect information.
Y'all would pick the BBL girl walking down the street before the natural sister walking down the street.
We could tell what community you from because you're not listening to 3 Black men that's right here that love women with their natural.
But I'm not disagreeing with your perspective.
I'm not arguing with you as well.
You gotta look at it from every perspective, right? Not just yours. That's your experience. But I'm telling you from my experience in dating other Black men that's not the 3 in here, they would pick someone that's not like. I'm a natural sister. Ask them anywhere I go, Afro City, curly hair, etc. When you met me, natural. I'm telling you from experience. You can speak on yours, but I'm telling you
what I'm saying is, as us all being black people, we need to voice how much we care about each other.
Yeah.
I don't
Agreed.
I don't care about how much with this person you may think, and that's your opinion. I'm not disregarding that. I just want to express how much. You can't tell me as a black man another man is going to love you more than I will.
I get that. I feel that.
And
I didn't say love you. No, I said accept our naturalness. It's a difference. It's a difference. I never said love.
Because I went extreme. I want to let you know I love black women.
Yeah.
I want to go to the beyond and let you know.
For her body to be altered or get done versus her actually being natural. If we were actually to be ourselves, and like I'm saying 100% ourselves, right?
Yeah.
No nails, none of the extra stuff. Half of y'all don't even know what a natural black woman is because we put on so many different things to fit a standard for our men.
Okay, so I think this is okay. So let me speak on that. I'm hearing two things. One, sisters love brothers, and majority of my men want sisters too. So if I had to give a statistic, I'll say 98% of my black women want a brother. 85% of my black men want a black woman. That's just my from upper echelon matchmaking. So black men do love sisters. You do. And I think we all love each other, right? We can agree to that. Okay. But back to what she's saying though, I think you do click like on the sister with the big booty. You do click like.
I'm not.
Yeah.
But I think this is what women are. We look at physical stuff. We may like it, but that's not what we want.
Got it. Okay.
And I think women got to stop thinking what men are thinking rather than asking what I'm thinking. Because I could like her and I could mess with her, but that don't mean she's coming home to be my mother.
Wifey. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I agree to that. That wasn't the perspective that I was going from. I was basically saying from my experience, this is not something that's an opinion. This is an experience that I went through. I date different cultures. I date different type of men. I stated that earlier. In my experience, when I dated white men versus when I dated black men, they would accept me 100% in my natural state.
We can also bring up the challenges that it is for a black man to walk up to the woman, a black woman sometimes when we saying, hey, nice to meet. Oh, we get, hot, pushback, tough. And Chad might walk over and say, hey, and
he don't got no swag. And he don't got no swag. He don't got no masculine energy. And y'all be more receptive. Y'all be more receptive to them.
I came up to you corny too, and you gave me an exit.
But why? You're speaking on, but that's not true because I prefer.
But you're speaking on his experience.
No, I'm saying that exactly. I'm saying that's his experience. I'm not disputing it, but what I'm saying is that. When I dated, I'm speaking on, he didn't have that experience that I'm speaking on. So he wouldn't be able to relate. He would be the outside. He's the black man looking at it, not the black woman that's the natural girl with the black guy or white guy. So he wouldn't understand it from my perspective. Of course, he's looking at it like we love our black women, just like I love my black men. But if I'm being honest, I got accepted more being natural with other race. Not saying that every black man in the world don't like their sister natural. Right. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying as a whole, realistically, the thing they do prefer you to be made up before natural.
But you can't say as a whole based on your experience. You only dated how many black men and you only dated how many white men. So you can't base a whole on that little experience.
What I said as a whole, I'm saying like if you were to take a poll right now, right? Let's say you were to put in just with black men, right? And you were to put a natural sister up, right? And you were to put, let's say, another female that's attractive, right? And they were to do their pose, right? And pick, like he just said. Right. Yeah, we liking that.
We have over 200,000 black men that would choose a natural black woman.
And I agree with you 100%, but you also got to calculate the other 200,000 that wouldn't. It's 50-50.
But we just based off your survey.
But you basing your survey on your experience, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, because I dated different types of men. He didn't.
And I hear what you're saying, but your percentage of what you're dating based on the whole is very small.
Yeah, it's a
I would agree to that. Yes, I can agree to that. But like I said, from my experience, that's how it was for me. And for other females that I know, they had similar experiences where they were treated better, with their natural features, dating a white man. So that's why I said that.
Sometimes
not taking away from the black man, because I love my black man.
Sometimes white men, and when I have white men that call me and ask for matchmaking, I question if it's a fetish because sometimes they fetishize us, and when especially if I hear a white man that says, I like them chocolate, I like them natural hair. They do say these things, but I'm like, is it a fetish? Do you have
And it's looked at as when they say it as appreciation.
It sounds
but when
appreciation,
we say it, it's like,
but I'm hearing a fetish. Why she got to look like this?
How do you differentiate that?
Well, I think it makes me. I have a sex therapist on staff, so what I do is my sex therapist gives you a whole list of questions because I got to understand where is this coming from.
Right.
You might be attracted. He says this is what I'm attracted to. Where is it coming from? Does it turn you on because she's really dark with full lips? Like, what is it? Like, I need to understand that.
That's dope.
It doesn't mean that I'm not. I have clients with fetishes all day, but I want to, from a Black woman's perspective, I want to know: are you wanting this Black woman because you're fetishizing her, or is that just something you're attracted to? Right. Yeah, I need to know that.
You know, and I'm everybody has the experiences. I'm not taking that away from you. I just dislike because I love Black women too much. I dislike Black men and Black women when we tend to put other races on a pedestal.
Yeah.
I hear Black men say all the time, well, white women treat me better or they are more receptive to me. They come up to me and talk to me. You know what I mean? And like, I don't like it either way. And I understand that is an experience, but I don't like this pedestal, this putting people on a pedestal and trying to make it seem like they're perfect and they do X, Y, and Z perfect. Because Black men can say the same thing about any other ethnic group of women. But, you know, and it's wrong. You know what I mean? But I can't. I get triggered.
We hear that a lot from
I get triggered when I hear Black women
treat me better, or she's not as aggressive, or she may not yell or do what this Black woman. We hear that a lot.
Yeah, no, I'm not. But what I'm saying is, I don't condone any of it. Right. But to me, it does trigger me when I hear Black women and Black men say it. It triggers me because I'm like, your pedestal, because you have grown up with this perspective. I've seen the corny Black man get rejected by Black women, but the corny Chad come around, is riding a city bike in New York City, be able to get the number. Or how many times we've been at parties, white men don't got no rhythm, but the Black women, you know, all throwing quick on the dance on him, throwing it back on him, but I couldn't get a dance. So you know what I mean? So again, we do have our experiences, and I'm not trying to take anybody's, you know, personal experiences away from them, but we just got to do a better job.
I looked up the stats. It says 16% of women earn more than their husbands, 29% are making somewhere similar, and over 50% husbands earn more.
Yeah, I know that in general that's it. But in our demographic, in our bubble,
in the last 30 years, that is a tremendous high jump.
But it's a jump. But in our bubble of well-educated, it's not that.
Okay.
You know, even in corporate, I'm an HR consultant. I can look around the room and count the Black men. It's like it's different in our bubble. Now, when you go out to the field, like construction or it's different. But in our little bubble, it's women, Black women dominating.
I can see that.
Did you type it in as a whole, or did you type it in for Black people?
Listen,
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, I can say our bubbles. I've looked the numbers up.
I know our bubbles are not in the numbers, and I try to find.
So is that anecdotal or is that definitive?
I would have to be a PhD in this to figure it out. But
which I be talking like y'all PhDs.
No, but what I'm telling you is. Sometimes you make these comments like the average woman makes $30,000 a year. I literally don't know anybody who makes $30,000 a year. So like that's
statistics.
But I know,
that's logic.
I know. But I mean,
like that's the
environment. But if you were to follow the logic and you start with matriculation into college, and then you go from college to graduate school, then you go from into the workforce. More Black women are matriculated into college than Black men.
That doesn't always equate to more money. There's more Black men in trade schools and getting trades, and you know what I mean.
But you're asking about the sort of I think you shaded. You talking about logic. So we can look up the numbers. We can delve into a little bit deeper. But I think what Shay is noting, part of it is anecdotal, but there are some statistics to confirm in terms of Black households, et cetera, et cetera. There are initiatives to increase the number of Black men in college. And you can't say, well, just because you didn't go to college, you're going to necessarily make more. Right. When you look at the number of Black entrepreneurs, Black women are on the rise. Yes. So again, you can pull these numbers together and you can get to the point that Shay is making.
But what I'm saying is when they talk about households, they do include single mothers as those head households.
So wait, are you saying that Black women are So what do you mean by single
I'm saying
mothers?
when you talk about the numbers where black women are the head of households, they are including single women, single mothers in those head of the household. So of course those numbers might be more skewed because they're not saying in marriages or relationships. They're just saying head of household. That could be a single mother. Yeah. She is filing for head of household because she's a single mother.
Right. No,
you know what I mean? So that kind of that would spew the numbers a certain way to make it seem like, oh, there's more black women as head of the household, but we don't know if they're married. We don't know if they're single women. Like, you know what I mean? So, we just gotta do more research. That's all. Just gotta do more research.
And I don't think they want to tell the story, but I'm just telling you, because what happens, you gotta think, when you go to college, you have a whole bunch of college educated friends.
Yes.
And to Elle's point, if all of y'all go to college and all of y'all go to grad school, you're in this, you got a whole community of people that ain't what you talking about. They're not that. They're not making minimum wage just because if you have advanced degrees, you're probably not going to make minimum wage. You know what I'm saying? It just doesn't go together.
Yeah. That's fair.